Hello everyone, my name is Yulia Vichart and I'm a family lawyer. I work at the law company of the lawyer Alexey Nikolaevich Skryabin. Our law company specializes in providing legal services in the field of marriage dissolution and recovery of alimony, and our lawyers provide support in court proceedings throughout Ukraine. In this video, I will tell you how to file for divorce when one of the spouses is abroad, how to get a divorce from a husband who is abroad, is it possible to travel abroad to formalize a divorce, how to take a child out of the country for divorce with a husband, how to get a divorce if the husband has gone abroad, is it possible to dissolve the marriage abroad through the embassy. Watch this video until the end and learn a lot of interesting information about divorce abroad. Subscribe to my channel to receive up-to-date information in the field of family law. Contacts for contacting me and asking about paid consultations are under this video. How to file for divorce in Ukraine when one of the spouses is abroad. In order to file for divorce, it is necessary to determine the territorial jurisdiction of the case. That is, which particular district court is competent to consider a particular divorce case when one of the spouses, the husband, went abroad. To do this, it is necessary to consider the norms of the Code of Civil Procedure. Claims for divorce of spouses against an individual are presented to the court at the place of residence of staying, registered in the established manner, unless otherwise provided by law. If the husband is a citizen of Ukraine and wants to go to court on the issue of divorce, but one of the spouses has gone abroad and doesn't want to come to Ukraine, in this case, he has an opportunity to contact a family lawyer who has experience in the field of family disputes and who is able to present and to protect the interests of the client. Divorce in Ukraine with a husband who is abroad. So that the family lawyer was able to submit the claims of the husband fully or to defend the interests of the defendant of the divorce case when one of the spouses has gone abroad. The person should sign an agreement with the lawyer on the provision of the legal assistance in accordance with the law of Ukraine on the bar and advocacy. On the basis of the aforementioned law, a lawyer has legal rights to obtain all necessary documents, reissue certificates, to make inquiries to state authorities if necessary, without the participation of a spouse and without drawing up an authorized power of attorney on the provision of services for the purpose of formalizing a divorce of one of the spouses who went abroad. Living abroad for divorce registration in Ukraine. If one of the spouses is a man and he is on the territory of Ukraine and the other part left abroad, it is possible to dissolve marriage, but only through the court. To do this, you should pay attention to the territorial jurisdiction. In order to avoid mistakes in determining jurisdiction of a divorce case, the best solution would be to contact a competent family lawyer. But you can independently examine the norms of a family law guided by the Code of Civil Procedure. If the husband left abroad and his location is unknown, you should refer to the Code of Civil Procedure, which states that claims against the defendant whose place of residence of staying is unknown are presented at the location of the defendant's property or at least known registered place of his residence or staying or his permanent occupation, work. And claims against the defendant who doesn't have a place of residence or staying in Ukraine may be presented at the location of his property or at least known place of registration of his residence or staying in Ukraine. Divorce of one of the spouses, the husband, is possible with or without children because the issues of raising and maintaining children are usually resolved in a separate court proceeding. taking child abroad for divorce with the husband. The participants of the divorce case who left abroad have the right to participate in the court session by video conference outside the court premises if the court has the appropriate technical capability, which the court indicates in the decision about opening proceeding on the case, unless the appearance of this participant in the case in the court session was recognized by the court as compulsory. A participant of the case who has left abroad submits a statement for participation in the court session on the divorce case by video conference outside the courtroom, no later than 5 days before the court session. A copy of the statement within the same period of sent to the other participants of the case. Thus, if the husband submitted a claim to the court for divorce with the wife who is abroad, the wife don't need to arrive and to take the child out to draw up the necessary documents as a defendant. It is enough to contact a family lawyer who will represent the client's interests on the basis of a legal assistance agreement. How to get a divorce in Ukraine if the husband has left abroad. Also, it is possible to formalize a divorce if the husband has left abroad at the registered place of residence or staying of the plaintiff, provided that on his dependents are infant or minor children, he cannot for health reasons or other valid reasons arrive to the place of residence of the defendant. By agreement of the spouses, the case can be considered at the registered place of residence or staying of one of them, wife or husband. Is it possible in Ukraine to dissolve a marriage abroad through their embassy? The jurisdiction of cases when spouses are the citizens of Ukraine and have left abroad, as well as in cases of divorce between a citizen of Ukraine and a foreign or stateless person living outside of Ukraine, is determined by a judge of the Supreme Court of Ukraine in accordance with the established civil procedure code, and determined by the judge personally. In any case, if both of the spouses have left abroad and have a permanent place of residence there, then they can apply for divorce to the competent authorities in the host state, or still apply to the judicial authorities of Ukraine. Consulting a professional divorce lawyer is a guarantee of your success. Contact the lawyers of our company in any way convenient for you. Call or write to messengers, and we will help you to resolve your issue quickly and efficiently. If you have a need for advice or paid services of a lawyer, then contact the contacts listed under this video. If you have any questions, then write them into the comments to this video, and I will definitely answer you. If this video was useful for you and you learned something new about the divorce abroad, then like this video, subscribe to my channel, share with friends, press the bell not to miss new videos, and see you in new videos.